first team ever to put 6 on Chivas.
I mean, obviously I haven't been a lot of 6-goal games in the league. It was just one of those days. It was just a crazy game. We knew it was going to be a strange game just because where they're at in the standings. We knew they would have to take some risk and go forward. And one of the things we talked about, that in their desire to go forward, it's going to present us opportunities, which it did. We were very fortunate, that they didn't get more goals. We made some desperation saves. I thought Michael came up with a couple of good reactions on crosses and clearing them. It could have been a football score today.
Freddie seems to be at his best right now.
He's playing well. He's playing well. I mean, I think the one goal where he played the ball, I think tomorrow made the good run, got the ball back, and just chipped it over Kennedy as he was coming out. I thought that was a quality goal, quality finish. He's just sharp. The goal he got in the second half where he cut 2 players. He's just very sharp right now. He's very confident, and obviously that's a good thing for our team.
Are you guys at your best when the game is as loose as it is like that, or you wish it would tighten down a little more?
I don't think any coach wants it that loose. Certainly it was entertaining for the fans, but the game became stretched, and when it's stretched like that, those things happen. And I thought our 1v1 defending, needed to be better. I thought Leo Gonzalez had a good game, and I think he pretty much kept whoever was on that side at bay. But for sure, I thought their 2 forwards, and it's the first time Chivas played in a true 4-4-2. They really haven't played in a true 4-4-2 in a while, so that causes a little bit of surprise. But their forwards, they were young, they were busy, they were active. Our guys didn't know as much about them, and maybe weren't as mentally prepared as they should have been for them.
You have such veteran midfielders in Mauro and Christian and Brad. How much do you trust them in allowing them to float back and forth? They seem to pop up at so many different places throughout the game.
It was good. It was good offensively. I thought their movement was good, and popping up at different places was good. But then defensively, when we lost the ball, we had too many guys standing. There was times where Chivas was attacking us 7 against 5 or 7 against 6, and we had 4 guys standing up front. So it was a matter of getting back and recovering. But the place changing, that's something that we encourage, and we allow them to do that. The key to doing that and making that work is you got to keep the ball. And again, I think Ochoa's goal, that was a good example of just keeping the ball, opening the game up, finding the space. Good run, good service, and ends up being easy. It looks easy like that, and you say, well, we can't do that all the time. So,
How many changes do you expect to make? You guys go all the way back to Seattle and all the way down to Trinidad and then to Dallas, in terms of looking at the next 2 games, 3 games?
Well, it's tough. It's tough, because we faced these kind of things before. When we had to play the Open Cup, it was tough to go to Kansas City after we played a Sunday game against the Galaxy, then play 120 minutes, then come back to San Jose on the road again, play the best team in the league, and we end up losing it, basically in the last second. So, our team's used to that. We feel we have guys who can step in and play. Patrick Ayani, we left at home. He'll probably come in and play in the middle of the back, and some of the other guys we already talked about. So we'll make some changes. We hope Andy Rose is able to recover from the blow he took, in the game against Vancouver. So, hopefully we'll have some options.
And Mario got some. Sorry, Chess. Mario got some minutes there at the end. Not too long, but just in terms of.
He's a good player, though, isn't he? He's a good player. The pass he laid through to Freddie, and when he chipped over into him, and even the run he made where they scored the own goal. He made it tough for Jasic, because Jasic thought he was coming inside of him, then he pulled away to the outside, and basically he was left with nothing to do. He knew he had to get to the ball first because Mario was there. So he's going to continue to get some minutes, get used to our team, got to get used to. The play in MLS is different than it is in the league in Honduras. That's not saying one's right or one's wrong, but it's just different, and he's got to get used to that. But he's so clever with the ball. He's got a good mind. He's a good passer.
This would have been a very different game if Michael doesn't make those saves on the goal line, and if Bolaños doesn't fall on the ball on his arm.
Yeah. There's so many things that could have turned this game at various points. They could have had 2 goals in the first 6-7 minutes of the game. So it was just one of those days. I always say you got to dodge some bullets in order to be successful. So, I think we probably dodged a whole, I don't know, shrapnel bullets along there. I mean, everybody was shooting, but it's just one of those games. Games take on a personality. This one took on a very different personality, and I'm sure Chivas is disappointed, but they certainly were a little bit unfortunate and unlucky in all the chances they created.
Bowen seemed to create a lot of problems. Did you have to make any adjustments, particularly about midway through the first half? It looked like Ozzie was coming over to help Leo a little bit more.
Yeah, Ozzie came over a little bit there to help. I think Bowen caused some problems, but I thought more problems were caused by LaBraca, because he kept popping up free and behind us. And as I said, it's the first time they really played with a 4-4-2. They went very offensive with their guys, and because we didn't stand compact enough as a team, it ended up being a 1v1 game at times, and they had some good quickness and speed on the field.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the interaction you and Christian had at the hour mark before the change? Swapping him and Brad?
Christian came over and just said, look, this is what I think would help. And I said, as I told you, I said, okay, but who goes left? And he goes, well, I can go left. I said, okay, then you go left, bring Brad inside. And, but it's a reflection of his personality and his leadership. I mean, you talk about leadership, that's leadership.
The race right now at the top, especially for second, third, fourth, fifth place, it just seems just very tight and just seems to be getting tighter.
Well, it's tight, obviously with today's win, we moved up, even second with Salt Lake. And, we got a couple of games in hand, but you got to get points out of your games in hand. But, for us, our team is, we felt there were a few results this year that we were a little bit unlucky with. The one where we tied the game in New England, we thought we should have won. We got a little bit of a bad call. There's other games where you get a fortunate call. San Jose, the PK the first time, the second time, if we don't have to play them in that order, it makes a big difference for us. So we feel, and if Geschpernik isn't hurt, if he doesn't miss 11 games in the middle, I think we're right there battling right now for the Supporter Shield. So hopefully San Jose will come back to the pack a little bit and we have a chance.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Me preguntaron si podría hacer un anuncio y pensé que era porque yo juego para los Seattle Sounders. No puedo porque mi inglés no es muy bueno. That's true. Entonces me dijeron que el anuncio era de padres, niños y familias. Eso es muy importante para mí y le dije que yo hago lo que puedo hacer. No importa cuál idioma tú hablas, hay un idioma universal que nuestros niños comprenden y necesitan. Y es el amor y el cariño de los padres. Be a good parent and stay involved in your child's life.